Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Library for Arts and Crafts. I'm Miss Susan and I'm glad you've joined me today for making a turkey. We're going to use our hands to make the feathers, and you'll need a toilet paper tube roll and some construction paper. And I also used tape and glue and markers and scissors, and he can stand up by himself. So what you'll want to do first is have your different colors of construction paper. You can use green and blue, whatever color you want for his feathers. I've got some autumn colors here, and you can do 3 or 4 hand prints. Just trace around your hand. I'm going to use a pencil, and you just put your hand down on your paper and trace around. And I just have about a half a sheet of the smaller size construction paper. You know, it's usually like that. I cut them in half because that's really enough for my hand and certainly enough for yours. So once you've traced around your hand, if you think you can cut 2 or 3 pieces at a time, you can stack them together like that and then take your scissors and cut them all out at once with one outline. But if it's too hard to cut or hold them together, you can cut each one by itself. So just trace your hand on each sheet of paper. But for the sake of time, I'm cutting mine all out at once. And I've only got 3 here. On my sample turkey, I've got 4 handprint feathers. I've got brown, yellow, orange, and red. But right now I'm just cutting out yellow, red, and orange. So I'm cutting around, and you don't have to stay exactly on the little line because that can be in the back if you don't actually get all of the outline cut off. You can make that the back side so nobody will see it. So now I have 3 turkey feathers, and I'm going to use tape and also some glue. But before I put them onto my little turkey body, I'll show you how to make his hat. He's got his pilgrim hat on. What you can do is cut out a triangle from the corner of your piece of paper, and then just snip that top part off. And it makes it, I'm going to make it a little steeper, just a little bit taller. Makes it look like a pilgrim hat. Then you'll also need to have the brim of the hat. So you'll just need a little rectangle like that. And then you can put them together to make his pilgrim hat. And also I have a little ribbon, little red ribbon. You could use another color. Maybe I'll do orange this time. And that's supposed to be going around the hat. And I'm going to cut off the square edge just to make it look like it's really going around the hat. There we go. So now it fits pretty close to the same line of the hat. And then I'll be putting this back together. So it looks like it's got a little ribbon going around it. And then you'll need the buckle. That's easy. To make the little yellow buckle in the middle, I just cut the corner out of a piece of paper. Here's a scrap from my handprint that I just cut out. And then I cut a square. Might make it a little smaller. And once I get it the right size, then I'm going to take my black marker and just color a little square in the middle, little black square, and it makes it look like it's a buckle. Here we go. And I'll glue that right on the orange ribbon on his hat. So I'll need all that in a second. And of course his eyes are little round circles. I'll use white again. So here's my white paper. I'm going to fold it in half and cut 2 circles out at the same time. That way they'll be exactly the same size. And I'm making them about the size smaller than a dime. Maybe the size of a big pea or the size of a small marble, but you can decide how big you want your turkey's eyes to be. So I've got 2 circles the same size, and I'm again going to take my black marker and just draw a little circle this time right in the middle of my white eyes, turkey eyes. So I'll glue all those things on in just a second. Let me get my little toilet paper tube and my hand prints. What I'll do is take tape, and I'm going to put the tape right on the inside where it's coming out the bottom, and then I can put one of my hand prints on it, let it reach right up and hold on to it, and then I'm going to take another piece of tape and roll it into a ball, just a little loop, and I'm going to stick that right there on the hand, and it'll help the hand stay right on the back of the toilet paper tube. And I'm going to do that now with the yellow. Put a little tape roll on my yellow hand, and I've got that marking that you can see from the pencil. I don't know if you can see it from where you are, but I'm going to turn it around and make that the back and stick that right on the orange hand print. And now one more piece of tape, and I'm going to stick the little red hand print on. And now he's got, whoops, uh-oh, might need to get one more piece of tape. He'll have nice colorful feathers. All right, one more time. There we go. And you can secure it with another piece of tape, just all of them like that, reaching up under into the cardboard tube, just to really secure it all. So there that is. And now he needs his eyes, so I'm going to take my glue and put a little drop of glue on the back of each eye. And I almost forgot to cut out his little mouth and gobbler. So, whoops, let me show you how to do that. If you have a little scrap of your yellow left, you can just, oh, let's do a corner. If you take the corner, you can cut out a little triangle, and then I like to make it a little bit skinnier. So there's his little gobble, or his little mouth, or beak. And then the gobble, I just make a teardrop shape. Kind of a skinny teardrop. Make it a little bit smaller. Like that. And we'll glue those things on too. They're kind of small, so it doesn't take much glue. Just stick his little beak right there, and just put the little gobble right next to it. And now we need to put his hat on. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back and stick the top part of the hat on it, and then a little strip of glue for his ribbon to decorate his hat, and then the buckle can go right on the front. And now I'm going to glue the whole thing on my turkey's head. So I'll put that right there and let it dry. It'd be good to let it lie down flat, but to show you, I'll go ahead and stand him up. But it probably would be best to let him dry for a little while flat on the table. Now let me show you some books that we have here at the library. We've got Too Many Turkeys by Linda White. And this is a good story. Bella is not all that thrilled when Fred decides to bring home a turkey, but she soon discovers that the turkey is great for her garden, and the turkeys are all over the garden pretty soon, so she has to figure out what to do about that. But the turkeys do help her garden. Turkey Trouble on the National Mall. This one's a good story about how Casey and Marshall end up solving the mystery of 117 missing turkeys. So that's a great mystery if you want to read one about Thanksgiving turkeys. And we've got Turkeys, Pilgrims, and Indian Corn, the story of the Thanksgiving symbols. This one's by Edna Barth, and it gives you all kinds of great history about the first Thanksgiving, which was in 1621, a long time ago. So it gives you all kinds of details about how people lived back then, how they dressed, what they really ate at the first Thanksgiving, and some things that we still do today that symbolize Thanksgiving for us. So that's a good one to learn more of your history. And Felonious Turkey Lives on Felicia Ferguson's Farm by Lynn Rowe Reed. This is a cute story too. So come get a turkey story, and hopefully you can make a nice centerpiece for your table or just something to put up on your bookshelf for Thanksgiving. I hope I see you soon. Bye-bye.